Hello, my very dear Sagittarians. The phrase that comes to mind is three-ring circus. And I'm sure I've heard that before at some reading I was doing, but it just is so strong as I'm working with you today. And the cards that I'm getting seem to indicate step away from the three-ring circus. If there has been something in your life that has been, week of June 2nd, or when it resonates. So for the part of the collective that this resonates with, if you're experiencing, three-ring circus to me means a lot of things going on at once. Like life is a three-ring circus means it's like literally all the analogies, a lot of juggling, a lot of balls. So the feeling that I'm getting with this is that some of you have been having a lot of detail to deal with that covers a lot of different areas and that one impacts the other. And that there has been a sense perhaps of a little bit of struggle with trying to figure out how to make all the pieces fit and how to move forward in a constructive way. Now, this could be many different kinds of situations. I'm not getting a specific business, family, well, again, since it's a three-ring circus, it's probably covering a lot of these different areas. Now, what Spirit is saying to you is it really is good for you to do your best to be quiet, to step back a little bit and simplify activity and communication as much as you can for, we'll just say now, okay? When you read this, check in with it. For you, it might be just a period of hours, but it might be something that needs to happen over a period of time. But you're being asked to simplify things and really cut a lot of distraction from the outside world. So that's people coming at you with more information, more requests. That's social media, news, too much stimulation of any kind. To really let yourself drop the need to do and to need to figure out, okay? You're being asked, okay, check what's weighing you down with stress. What are the chores? What are the decisions? What are the areas? Like, make a list. Set it aside. Now look at this and say, okay, instead of trying to figure this out, instead of trying to analyze it and figure it out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just step away from it for a little while, because that is really what Spirit is saying. Do your best to quiet things down and step out of the struggle of trying to figure it out, how to help, how to manage, how. Step out of that figuring out hows. And then do it with the understanding that no matter how much you might know of a situation, no matter how many facts you might have or details, or no matter how clear you think your perceptions of things are, understand that there is a higher power that is watching over things and that knows more than you do about it, and that you are allowed seriously and being really seriously encouraged by Spirit to step into grace, okay? Lean into grace. Grace is not earned. Grace is a state in which we receive for no apparent reason a divine influence which strengthens us in a way that eases whatever problematic or miserable state we find ourselves. Grace needs only to be accepted in order to be received, okay? So you're getting that with a humility card, with drop the weight, to step out of struggle. When you can just walk away from a situation, even if it's just mentally for a little while, that's usually when the information comes, okay? You're being asked, again, whatever the situation is, please engage the divine, and engage the divine specifically by slowing things down, by cutting distractions, by identifying what the stress factors are, putting it on paper so you don't have to keep thinking about it, moving it aside, and then really leaning into the trust that the divine is there to help. And whether it's helping you help a situation or whether or not it's helping directly the people you're concerned about or the situations you're concerned about by affecting other variables in ways that you can't see, hold on to the power of the divine as being much wise, much wiser than you, much more informed than you, and much more powerful to be able to affect a situation. And you can use your intuition. You can use this to remember that you are connected to the world and that you are being guided into the right place by really literally engaging the idea that the universe and your higher conscious mind are connected and are working together. You can trust your intuition over your logic sometimes, or you can trust the fact that the intuition is equally important to the logic, and that your intuition is going to guide you to the place that is more aligned with what your purpose is and what your sense of your place in the world is. Okay? That it's super important. And the thing is, unless you're quiet and unless you're dropping the stress and unless you're opening to the idea that there is higher wisdom, it's going to be really hard for you to stay in touch with your intuition about things, right? So that's why all of this is really gearing you towards, and again, only one thing. It's slowing down. It's really taking a pause and really questioning and moving through whatever attitude you have about you needing to fix, you needing to take care. Now, Sagittarians, you have a really strong sense of the spiritual, and of the spiritual that is not just theoretical, but an experience and a belief in something bigger than you, the universe, source, power, God, however you want to define it. Many of you are very, very well linked to that. But you're also fire sign, so you want to be intellectual and you want to be logical. It's really asking you to open up to your understanding, your belief, and to lean into that reality of higher dimensions, divine forces working for you and for everybody. Okay? This really feels to me like it is the divine saying, lean into the grace and trust us to help guide you. And you can help us help you by moving out of the logic must figure. Okay? That's it, Sag. Take care.